Logan,
What?
I saw you die.
What?
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the biggest details from the X-Men movies that might have slipped your mind. We're going to be entering spoiler territory, so here is your warning.
I'll give you 30 seconds.
That what? No.
Best I can do, take it or leave it.
Number 10, Moira's son, X-Men Apocalypse. At the end of First Class, Xavier decides to open a school and safe haven for mutants. To keep it secret, he erases the memories of CIA officer Moira McTaggart.
I'll never tell them where you are. Ever.
I know you won't. I know.
But he'd later regret this decision. When the two reunite many years later, it's revealed that Moira married someone else and had a son.
It's wonderful to see you again, to meet you again for the first time. You've got a son?
Yes.
The moment is played for laughs as Charles shows mild jealousy, but die-hard fans know the true significance of this scene. In the comics, Moira's son Kevin is a mutant known as Proteus. He can warp reality with his psionics and even possess human bodies. Maybe he could appear as a villain or ally down the line.
We all make choices, right?
Yes, we do.
Professor.
Yes? Yes.
Number 9, Logan figured out his name, Logan. Throughout the X-Men films, Wolverine tries to learn about his forgotten past.
It's been almost 15 years, hasn't it? Living from day to day, moving from place to place, with no memory of who or what you are.
Shut up.
Give me a chance. I may be able to help you find some answers.
His search for answers finally leads him to William Stryker, the man who gave him amnesia and adamantium bones. But Logan decides to stop dwelling on his complicated history and instead focus on the future.
Maybe it's time for us to move on.
Not everybody heals as fast as you, Logan.
But 2017's Logan implies that his search may not have ended. As a limo driver, his license bears his birth name, James Howlett. This suggests that he eventually got the answers he was looking for. The fan-favorite X-Man may have met his end, but at least he got some closure about his identity.
I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to hear about it anymore.
Logan.
Just stop.
Number 8, Stryker's Imprisoned Mutants, X-Men Origins Wolverine. The 2009 spin-off boasts a plethora of mutant cameos, many of which can be seen imprisoned within Stryker's facility.
Logan? My sister. They have my sister. Please.
In the final act, two prisoners resemble Emma Frost and Toad. The rest are a bit harder to pin down and have led many fans to speculate their identities. The vibrating boy with white hair is possibly Quicksilver. The masked teen with red hair could either be Banshee or Chamber. And the young man spinning like a tornado is likely Whirlwind or Riptide. We may never truly know who they are, as most fans would prefer to forget the events of this film.
Stryker finally figured out how to shut you up.
Number 7, Cable's daughter, Deadpool 2. Nathan Summers' backstory might be too complicated for the average filmgoer, so for his first cinematic appearance, the filmmakers opted for a simpler approach. A cybernetic soldier from the future trying to save his family.
Hello, Russell.
While much of his comic book lore was left out, one major aspect was kept: Cable's daughter Hope. Fans of the comics will recall that Cable is the adoptive father of Hope Summers, the first mutant born after the House of M event.
He was trying to hurt me and he knew exactly how to do it.
She'd play a crucial role in many stories as an X-Man and potential mutant messiah. None of this is mentioned in the film, but her introduction leaves the door open for future exploration. Number 6, Kitty and Colossus, X-Men Days of Future Past. With mutants being hunted to extinction, Wolverine travels back in time to try and fix the world.
I sent you from the future.
Yeah.
Piss off.
If you had your powers, you'd know I was telling the truth.
How do you know I don't have my... Who are you?
By the end of the film, significant changes are made to the future. The Institute is up and running, Rogue and Iceman have rekindled their romance, and Cyclops and Jean Grey are alive and together again.
You're here.
Where else would I be?
Whoa. Easy, pal.
Some things never change.
A more subtle change, however, is that Kitty Pryde has become a teacher alongside Colossus. In the comics, Kitty is not only a faculty member at the X-Mansion, but also in a relationship with Pyotr Rasputin. Their romance is only briefly hinted at in the final sequence, but it's a sight that's pleased many fans.
Is everything all right?
Yeah. Yeah, I think it is.
Number 5. Yukio's vision, Logan. While the death of the main character wasn't completely surprising, it was still an impactful moment that left us in tears. After Logan is mortally wounded by X-24, he passes away holding Laura's hand.
Oh, so this is what it feels like.
Viewers might remember in the previous film, The Wolverine, the mutant Yukio saw how Logan would eventually die.
What did you see?
It's you on your back. There's blood everywhere. You're holding your own heart in your hand.
At the time, it seemed like he changed his fate, but it turns out that he meets his end just as Yukio predicted, with him holding his heart in his hand.
A lot of people have tried to kill me, and I'm still here.
Yeah. But you're different now, aren't you? They can hurt you. They can kill you.
It's just not the heart he ever saw coming. If the ending of Logan wasn't sad enough, this detail makes it even more heartbreaking. Number 4. Guardian and Vindicator, X-Men Origins Wolverine. There's a lot to unpack when it comes to Logan's origin.
James, there are things you don't understand.
Don't.
I need him to know.
Please, no.
No more lies.
After Wolverine gains his adamantium skeleton, he encounters a kind elderly couple, Heather and Travis Hudson. With the convoluted plot and all the mutant cameos, you might not have realized how important these characters are.
I think there's a naked man in the barn.
These two are based on James and Heather Hudson, the Marvel superheroes Guardian and Vindicator. It's no coincidence that they appear in the film, as they are members of the superhero team Alpha Flight. Based in Canada, they've come across Wolverine several times throughout their careers, though it seems that this movie didn't have time to explore that idea.
Can't thank you both enough for everything.
Wouldn't have been decent to leave you out there to freeze.
Decent.
What?
Nothing. I'm just not really used to that word.
Number 3. Peter's sister, X-Men Days of Future Past. The films clearly establish Quicksilver as Magneto's son, but there's another member of their family you might have overlooked.
You're going after him, aren't you?
You wanted me to get out of the house more, right?
I can't stop you. Nobody can. But trust me, this won't end well. Nothing does with him.
During Magneto's pro-mutant speech at the White House, Peter is seen watching the broadcast while holding his little sister. This could be the X-Men's version of Wanda Maximoff, aka the Scarlet Witch. However, she appears much younger than Peter, even though they are usually depicted as twins in the comics.
We are the ones who will inherit this Earth.
This age difference could mean she was born later in this universe, or she might be an adaptation of Polaris, their half-sister in the comics. The Rogue cut of the film even confirms that Peter has 2 sisters.
I'm a princess. What are you?
I'm the Wolverine. Where's your brother?
Go upstairs and bug your sister.
Although it only lasts a few seconds, this brief appearance raises many questions about the Maximoff family tree. Number 2. Stryker's cameo computer, X2. This franchise loves to drop major hints about the larger Marvel universe, and this instance is a perfect example.
Stryker, William.
When Mystique opens Stryker's computer, you can see an extensive list of names and files, all of which can be recognized by comic readers. The obscure mutants that are referenced include Cypher, Strong Guy, Feral, Wolfsbane, Karma, and even Franklin Richards, the son of Mr. Fantastic and the Invisible Woman. There are also files on mutant groups such as Alpha Flight and the Morlocks. And you can see that Stryker had some involvement in the villainous Project Wide Awake and Operation Zero Tolerance. It's clear that he had a lot of evil plans that never came to fruition.
Not yet.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Essex Corporation, X-Men Apocalypse, Logan, Deadpool 2, and The New Mutants. Hints at future villains and storylines are common in these movies. One significant tease comes from the post-credit scene in Apocalypse, where scientists store Wolverine's blood in a case labeled Essex Corp. In Logan, a subsidiary of that company, Transigen, successfully clones Wolverine in the form of X-23 and X-24. In Deadpool 2, Essex Corp is shown running a cruel mutant orphanage.
There's no locks on our doors, no bars in our windows. I know what you're thinking. Why don't the kids just run? Who would choose to stay in such a place?
And in The New Mutants, the young heroes realize they're being trained to be assassins for the same company. So what is the significance of this name?
Essex Corporation.
That must have been the place I saw. She wasn't prepping us to be X-Men. She was prepping us to be killers.
Well, in the comics, Nathaniel Essex is Mr. Sinister, an evil geneticist who clashes with the X-Men. Hopefully, we'll get to actually see him on the big screen in the future. Which detail did this list remind you of? Let us know in the comments.
Found this in your pocket. Adamantium.
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.